Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning into my first review of a game for this channel. Just a note, your opinions might differ from mine, but I feel like I'm being very fair as I'm not biased towards or against BioWare. Again, this is the first time making a video like this, so please be patient with me. I came to these conclusions after taking some hand notes while playing the game. With that being said, let's get started. After being able to play both the public and VIP demo for Anthem, it's safe to say I'm excited for its release on February 22nd. However, there are some concerns I have when it comes to the endgame, but before I talk about that, let's talk about some things that I did enjoy. The graphics were nice and immersive, which made fighting in the environment really enjoyable. Flying around in the environment was tons of fun. Your suit has some real weight to it, and you really do feel like Iron Man flying around the planet Pandora from James Cameron's Avatar. The actual combat was epic. It reminded me of Titanfall 2 in the way that you can unintentionally pull off badass attacks and combos. Now, the DLC will be free as well, so me and my friends will always be on the same page when content is released, and as long as we're in the same point in the story, they are able to play with me. With all that being said, let's move on to what worries me about the endgame. Now, I do not want this game to fail in any way, so I really hope they find a way to retain a player base. However, it seems like when you actually acquire better gear and you want to tune up the difficulties and missions, the enemies just scale up in health and damage. I have a huge problem with this because players will find this really boring. Yes, the game gets harder, I guess, but it gets dry when the only way to kill enemies is just to shoot them over and over again. Now, I don't want to call the developers lazy, but this just isn't a creative way to make endgame content challenging. Take a game like Borderlands, for example. When you reach a higher level, the enemies change and get a lot harder. Yes, they require you to shoot them more, but they also have new attacks and elements that you have to deal with. Now, I'm not as worried when it comes to bosses, as I'm confident that each boss will be fresh and have different weak spots, looks, and attacks, but I want more of a challenge when it comes to just taking on mobs after obtaining the best gear in the game. I need a challenge rather than just saying, oh look, I have to use this weapon to just shoot the enemy more than I usually do. There are plenty of more elements you can add to match the difficulty of fighting an enemy with a larger health bar. For example, you can give certain enemies a physical bullet shield, different types of homing missiles to ground you, abilities that mess up your radar. You can add more of a teammate aspect that encourages players to play in groups. I'm not a game development major, nor do I even pretend to be, but there are certainly more creative ways to increase the difficulty than just buffing health and damage. So that's it for now. I wanted to keep this video shorter so you guys could just get the gist of my opinions pretty quickly. I want to clarify that I enjoyed the demos and I'm still pumped up for this game. Even if it does end up being a shoot them more mechanic when it comes to upping the difficulty, I will still play it. The developers said they wanted to keep the rest of the fan base hooked with the extra content they'll be laying in, and I hope they really can accomplish that because the game does do a lot of things right when it comes to shooter and looter games. So what do you guys think? Are you guys excited for Anthem? Let me know down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Whoa, you guys made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and while you're there, hit that bell icon to stay up to date with all of my stuff. Please go follow me on Twitter, support me on Twitch. I play some fun games with my roommate. I run a series where Twitch teaches me how to get good at some games. Thank you all again, and I'll speak to you soon.